Here we go. Welcome to Mat Pilates, everyone. And we'll get started. So we're going to start on our mat tonight. So if you would please just go ahead and have a seat on your mat. Can everybody see me okay? My light's a little bit popped off to the side. Okay, great. I look a little dim in my camera, but hopefully I'm nice and bright on your end. All right, so we're going to start with some integration, okay? So some scooping, hollowing, and posterior pelvic tilting. That'll help warm up the lower back, and plus it helps us to kind of engage with those abdominals again, because chances are throughout the day we become a little disengaged. So here we go. Let's get engaged. Here we go. Nice and tall now through the crown of the head. Energy up through the crown of the head. Nice and long through the neckline. I like to think about keeping my ears as far away from the top of my shoulders as I can. And take a nice deep breath into my abdominal muscles. I'm going to keep my abdominal muscles slightly contracted. And I'm going to exhale, and I'm going to contract them even further as I can just tilt the pelvis to the back. I'm going to inhale. And as I inhale, I think about inhaling length through the spine, nice and tall. Exhale, and just a posterior pelvic tilt. We're going to be doing 5 of these, so we have 3 more. Inhale, tall through the torso. Exhale, and we're still tall and long through the torso, but we're getting some shortening in through the front of the trunk, lengthening through the back. Inhale, nice and tall. Exhale, and slight bit of flexion with that posterior pelvic tilt, keeping the chest broadly open. One more time, inhale up. Exhale, and slight posterior pelvic tilt, broad and opening. Can you let go and sit back up? Good. Now without your hands, here we go. Look, Mom, no hands. Inhale. Exhale, pull the abs in, posterior pelvic tilt, lean slightly backward. Keep the feet stuck to your sticky mat. Inhale, up. Exhale, posterior pelvic tilt, and nice contraction, long through the trunk, right, contracting in length. Lifting up, 3 more, exhale, contract and lift, shoulders stay down. If you start to feel fatigue, the shoulders are going to want to creep up, just be forewarned. Inhale, exhale, just a slight retraction through that shoulder blade, or those shoulder blades will help with that. And one more time, inhale, length, exhale, and more length, good. Now we're going to inhale. We're going to exhale, we're going to contract, we're going to roll back, and we're going to reach one arm behind us. We're going to look back toward that arm now, adding that rotation, progresses the exercise quite a bit. If you want to stay with the former rendition, that's fine. Here we go. Inhale to the other side. Exhale, rotating, looking back, reaching. We're trying to create some width between our fingertips. And up we go. Tall, length, shoulders down, length through the neck, length through the spine. Exhale, rotate, posterior pelvic tilt, long through the trunk and up. Other side, exhale, rotate, stay strong and long through the trunk. Inhale, reach and lift through the crown of the head. Exhale, rotate back, reach, really stretching those arms apart. Inhale, length. Exhale, reach and rotate. And again, inhale, up through the crown of the head. We have 1 more to each side, guys. Inhale, exhale, reach and rotate. Inhale, up. 1 more, exhale. Feel those abdominals sink. Reach and inhale and up. All right. Going back on our back, we're going to do a bit of a knee hug stretch here because we've been in spinal extension here for a bit. Posterior pelvic tilt. So now we're just going to naturally do that by hugging the knees into the chest. We're going to allow our back to relax a little bit. If you want to massage your flank, you can just roll from side to side gently and get that release. All right, so in a moment we're going to come into tabletop. We're going to prepare for toe dips. We're going to practice toe dips today with different arm variations. Each arm variation will increase or progress the intensity or the necessary intensity to keep that pelvis in a neutral place. So let's start right from tabletop. So as I'm in tabletop with my arms lengthened by my side, just by virtue of stacking my knees right over my hips, I have to brace really hard down through the abs to keep my spine in neutral. As I lower my legs, the weight of my legs pulling on my pelvis wants to tip my pelvis forward, which would elevate my rib cage, and you can see it pulls my lower back right off the mat. Obviously, not a good position for the lower back. We want neutral spine. So here we engage the abdominals, and then if you need to, you can bring your knees in a little tighter. All right, so here we go. Neutral spine, wherever that is for you. I like to think of just a berry underneath my lower back. There we go. Inhale now. We're going to go ahead and lower or lightly tap the toes to the floor. We're going to exhale, pull it back, switch to the other side. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, pull it back. Now, as I pull it back, I think about zipping up from the pubic bone up to my belly button. So let's inhale, toe dip. Exhale, pull that leg back up. Inhale, toe dip. Exhale, the abdominals are the crane. Inhale, toe dip. Exhale. And remember, the forcible expiration out the mouth will assist the abdominals by helping them to contract a little harder as that diaphragm contracts. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. And again, inhale. Exhale. And one more set. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Great. Brief break before we progress or continue on. Our next rendition will be toe dips, single leg. We're going to try and do this with our arms perpendicular to our mat or to our bodies, all right? So we're going to straighten our arms, point our fingertips up toward the ceiling, bring the legs back into a 90-90 position. The feet are relaxed. We're going to try the toe dips again. We're going to inhale and exhale. We're not folding the foot toward the glutes, right? We're maintaining that 90-degree knee angle, and exhale. And again, inhale and exhale, and you can feel that the challenge is a bit more just because we don't have the virtue of our baffles, what our arms were, when they were on our mat previously. And exhale, and one more. Inhale and exhale. Now, the next variation will be a bit of a coordination challenge. As your right leg goes down, your left arm will extend back like this. Inhale and exhale. Now, a couple things you want to keep in mind. We don't want to elevate the shoulder up, right? So we're going to, again, keep that nice lengthened neckline, especially the posterior neckline. And we're going to maintain that. The slight depression through the shoulder girdle will help us to keep the shoulder girdle intact from elevating as it naturally rotates out and lifts up with our extension. Ready? Let's begin. Inhale, opposite arm, opposite leg, and pull it back. Now I said right and left, but you can do whichever you like. We're going to alternate anyway. Inhale and exhale and pull it back. So think of a zipper now, a two-way zipper. Inhale. Exhale. Pull that zipper into the middle, right above the belly button. Inhale. And exhale. And one more to either side. Inhale. Exhale. Not allowing that calf to fall in toward the thigh. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, brief knee hug. All right, believe it or not, we've got another rendition, another progression on these toe dips, or now approaching a dead bug. All right, so that was a modified dead bug or variation on the toe dip. However you want to call it, it's still hard work. All right, so progressing now. Now remember, if your arms are down by your side, that's going to be a little bit easier for you because your arms will act like baffles. If you'd like to maintain your arms down by your side, please feel free to do that at any time. If you'd like, and if you can, maintain neutral spine with the arms in perpendicular, then please, by all means, go ahead and do that. But again, I want you to feel that shoulder girdle broad, expansive on the mat, fingertips pointed right up toward the ceiling. All right, now both legs, guys, but we're gonna go halfway only. Now this is gonna be tough, so I want you to brace hard, and I want you to put your mind's eye into your lower back. All right, here we go. Imprint, big deep breath, halfway. In, arms back, and up. How's that lower back? All right, if you want, you can keep your hands right here, go halfway down with just the legs, and pull back, zipping up that zipper. To progress, the arms and legs go halfway and back. Or if you'd like, you can go all the way back for a full dead bug. Very advanced. Remember, we need to control that pelvic position. Pick your poison, guys. Here we go. Inhale. You could also do one arm and both legs if you would like, and if that is not too challenging from a coordination standpoint, exhale out the mouth. Here we go. Inhale. Mind your spaces, neck and lower back, and inhale. And one more. Exhale. Feel that tension. Feel that control. Great. Knee hug stretch. And again, you can just release that lower back. I know it's tired at this point, but hopefully you were able to maintain that little berry under your back. You didn't make any berry juice, and by the same token, it wasn't an orange back there. All right, place your feet on your mat. We're going to cross our arms across our chest. Tip the chin, lengthen through the back of the head and neck. Feet, knees, and hips are parallel. Good. Draw in the abdominals, drawing up the pelvic floor. Slightly tighten your inner thigh muscles. Here we go. Inhale, trunk flexion. Exhale, curl up head, neck, and shoulder. Gazing lovingly over your knees. Maintaining your chin position. Exhale, lower down. So the neck position never changes. We inhale, length through the back of the neck. We exhale, we come up. Everything lifts as one unit. Hold, brace, inhale, exhale, and roll down. Now, if you can, I'd like for you to try to lift above or get the shoulder blades off the mat. Here we go. Inhale. Exhale, curl up head, neck, and shoulders. Exhaling forcibly, getting the shoulder blades up. However, you're not rounding your shoulders. You're keeping those elbows nice and square. Shoulder girdle nice and square. Slightly retracted. Here we go. Inhale and slightly depressed. Exhale, curl up head, neck, and shoulders. Inhale at the top. Exhale down. And two more. Inhale. Exhale, curl up head, neck, and shoulders. Neutral spine, right? So there's no gluteal contraction, no posterior pelvic tilt, and down, and last one. Inhale. Exhale, curl up head, neck, and shoulders. Lift and hold. Squeeze, zip it up. Inhale, exhale, and lower down. Now, we're going to make this a little bit more progressed. If you'd like to keep that variation, by all means, please be my guest. We're going to place the hands behind the head. Just by changing the leverage of the arms up, we make the curl up or the trunk flexion a little bit more difficult because now we've got more weight extended out longer on our lever. Also, we're already challenging that back, aren't we? We've lifted those arms up, particularly if you're tight through the shoulder. You may want to lift that rib cage up. I want you to be aware of that. Pull that bra strap down towards your mat. Keep your berry between your lower back. All right. Feet, knees, hips parallel. Inner thighs engaged. Pelvic floor engaged. Abdominals drawn in and lengthened. Inhale. Elbows back. Curl up head, neck, and shoulders. Gaze lovingly over your knees. Zipping up your abs as you inhale at the top. Exhale, lower down. We have 4 more. Inhale. Curl up head, neck, and shoulders. Again, gazing lovingly over your knees. Elbows stay back. Inhaling at the top. We try to stay up off that bra strap. Exhale, lower down. We have 3 more. Inhale. Space your elbows apart. Anchor them to the floor if you can. Keep them parallel to your body as you lift up. Gazing over your knees. Inhale, lift high. Exhale, lower down. Little intensity opportunity at the top. Beware of tugging on your head though. Allow your head to rest back in your hands as if your hands were a hammock. Here we go. Inhale. Exhale, curl up head, neck, and shoulders. Lifting, reaching. Inhale, up. Exhale, lower down. Last one, guys. Best one yet. Hammock hands. Lengthen neck. Imprint. Exhale, lift. Inhale at the top. Lift a little higher. Elbows stay back. Nice and flared. And we exhale and lower it down. All right. Knee hug, stretch to the chest if you can. Enjoy that brief stretch. Place your feet on the floor. Arms come out to a T. Palms can open up if you like, and if that's comfortable for you, you do not have to lift your hands higher than your shoulders. Just keep them in line. Keeping your feet about 45 degrees or legs 45 degrees to your body. We're just going to angle the knees over to one side, releasing the hip and back. I'm going to try to keep my knees together, stretching my knees toward the opposite side. I'm going to try to keep my opposite shoulder down. How are you doing? Good. Draw a deep breath in. Brace the abs. Bring the knees back to the center, and we're going to switch to the other side. Here we go. Allow the legs to relax to the side. Knees together if you can. Opposite shoulder down if you can. If you're new to this stretch, those things may be difficult for you. Respect your body's flexibility and compose yourself accordingly. Inhale, bring the knees back. One more brief knee hug to the chest. Great. We're going to practice some bracing and anti-rotation next. And then finally, some back extension. So I'm going to have you come up onto your hands and knees. And let's just set this quadruped position up. My hands are right underneath my shoulders. My knees are right underneath my hips. I want to pack my shoulders, in other words, slightly depress them, slightly retract them, so that I'm not sinking down through the chest, all right? So I'm going to pull my abdominal muscles in and up. I'm going to brace the pelvic floor. I'm going to pack my shoulders. I'm going to curl my toes underneath me so that I can feel almost the balls of my feet on my mat. All right, here I am in the strong quadruped position. Now what we're going to do, and I'm going to give you a verbal preview, is we're going to lift our knees up about 2 to 3 inches off the floor, maintaining a flat back or a neutral spine, packed shoulders, and strong open chest, right? Try not to let your abs fall. Try not to rock, tip, or sway. Here we go. Inhale to imprint. Exhale, lift the knees 2 to 3 inches and hover. Pressing the palms of the hands deeply into the floor, the balls of the feet into the mat behind you. Deep breath at the top. Exhale, lower down. If you can, maintain your quadruped position. If you need to stretch your wrists, by all means, do so, or come into a child's pose. Options for you. In our prep position now, we'll imprint, slight chin tilt, packed shoulders, abs, pelvic floor, inner thighs. Inhale. Knee lift, hover, hold. So back stays neutral, abs are braced. Feel the ribcage knit around your organs. Hold that wonderful pose. Deep breath in, little expirations out. And inhale, expanding and breathing into that ribcage side to side. We exhale and lower down. We have one more quadruped hover. So let's prepare. Again, stretch your wrists, elbows, etc. as necessary. And I'll give you a moment to do that. And again, coming back into quadruped position when you are ready, we will anchor through our imprint strongly, supportively. We inhale, exhale, coming up into our knee hover. We hold as we exhale until we can no longer exhale. Inhale, expanding that rib cage side to side, and exhale and lower down. And at this point now, we're going to relax the toes, so please point them back behind you. If you'd like, you can sit back into a child's pose, extending the arms, straightening the wrists, allowing the palms to relax, the wrists and forearms to relax, the shoulders to relax. Now, if this causes any discomfort in your knees, you can simply transition to a puppy pose, lessening the knee flexion, making sure your knees are under the hips. You can simply just press the buttocks backwards as you extend the arms forward. And hopefully decreasing the degree of knee flexion will help you assume a more comfortable stretch. All right? So, capitalizing on our newfound core strength and stability now, we're going to challenge that with some alternating lifts. In other words, we're going to be working into our bird dog. So, with the knees right under the hips and the hands right under the shoulders. Everything in its place now. Chin, shoulder girdle, shoulders, hands and elbows. Wrists and elbows, I should say. Big deep breath to solidify that imprint. Go ahead and lift your right hand and your left knee, or opposite limbs. It does not have to be as right and left as I said. You can just do opposite. Go ahead and lower down. Okay? Just to hover 2 to 3 inches up off the floor. If you can, don't hook your toes. All right? That would give you 6 points of contact. Try to maintain your 4. Inhale. Exhale, lift the opposite hand and knee. If you can lift them together, that's great. If you can't, you need to lift your hand or your leg first, that's fine. Try not to sway, weave, or tip. Lower down. Switching sides. Inhale. Imprint, exhale, lift, hold. Trying to maintain that neutral spine with that hold, and we lower one more time now. Inhale, brace, lift and hold. Again, not trying to rock or weave or tip or tilt or... Great. And we'll lower down. So we have a very sturdy boat here. All right. So now we're going to increase that boat's length, making it a little bit harder for our baffles to maintain our stability. Okay. So we're going to take a nice deep breath in to imprint. Exhale, lift, and now if you can, we're going to go ahead and extend. Reach one arm out, reach one leg out into our bird dog. How many cognizant is it that you're not tipping the hip up? We want to keep the hips square to the mat. Hold with a nice deep breath in, and exhale, and lower down. Make sure that you don't bring your knees too close together. That's a mistake a lot of people make when they come out of their bird dog. Again, we're going to imprint, chin, shoulders, abs, spine in neutral. We're going to exhale as we lift and extend, reaching the opposite arm and opposite leg in opposite directions out away from our torso. Inhale, exhale, and lower. That's one complete bird dog side to side. We're going to transition for a few of these now. So brace, imprint, inhale, exhale, extension, deep breath in, exhale, lower, and release. If at any point you need to take a stretch, please do so. You can always come back into the pose. Inhale, strength and stability. Exhale, feel the bracing with the forcible expiration. Inhale, to hold that beautiful bird dog pose. Exhale to come out of it. Again, making sure that the knee lands right underneath the hip when you come back into your quadruped. Here we go. Again, take a stretch whenever you need to. Inhale. Exhale. Extend opposite limbs in opposite directions without twisting, rocking, tipping, etc. Exhale to release. Beautiful. Let's switch sides. Inhale. Exhale. Extend in opposition. Reaching fingertips and the toes far apart from one another. The abs lift up. The pelvic floor is lifted. Feel the gluteal contraction and the shoulder girdle retraction. And let's go ahead and sit back again in your comfort pose, whether it's playful puppy or child's pose, legs apart or together. Again, I want you to do you. I want you to do what feels good for you. I'm just going to relax my head and neck for a moment because I've been staring at the camera and the screen, and I want to give my neck a chance to relax as well. When you're ready, you can place your hands behind you. Come on up. We're going to bend your back the other way now. So we're going to do a roll down or a spine stretch. Sitting up tall on our mat. You can rock yourself along. Feel those sits bones under you. And on your sticky mat, I'm going to place my fingertips on my mat right between my thighs. And from here, I'm going to brace, inhale, and again, like I'm breathing like a whale, I'm going to inhale through the crown of the head. I'm going to exhale here. As I exhale, I'm going to begin my roll down. So chin, shoulders, upper back, middle back. And I'm going to come down, just gliding and sliding the pelvis along that upper leg bone, the femur, that big leg bone. Right where I feel myself stick or stuck or stop, I'm going to hold that stretch. I'm going to inhale, breathing into it. Lengthening, stretching all those fibers throughout my backside, that posterior sling. My feet are relaxed here right now. And again, inhale. Now as I exhale, I'm just going to gently walk my hands back. And I'm going to allow them to help me stack my vertebrae, one upon the other, until I'm lifted and lengthened. And now I feel even taller than I did when I first started. Let's prepare for another roll down. Inhale. Exhale, or spine stretch. Articulating throughout the vertebral segments. Feel the abdominals pulling in. The belly button pulls backward toward the spine. Just like a slingshot. We inhale deeply into that backside. Expanding, breathing breadth in through the rib cage, depth in through the body. We exhale. We feel the inner thighs engage, the pelvic floor engage, the abdominals more deeply engage as we roll up and curl up through the spine, controlling that straightening, that lengthening. And again, inhale one more time. Exhale, chin to Adam's apple, to chest, to shoulders, to our bra strap, or middle thoracic region, lower thoracic region, upper lumbar, middle lumbar. Feel that stretch. Support, assist, abdominals pulling back, just like a slingshot again. Inhale, exhale again. Allow those hands to help support you as you realign the vertebral segments, stacking them one upon the other until you feel tall and even taller than you were when you started. All right, from here, we're going to go into some more trunk flexion and then some leg lengthening. So let's begin in tabletop. And from our tabletop position, we're going to go ahead and relax the feet. We're going to stack the knees wherever they need to be stacked. It could be here. They could be kind of pointing toward your forehead or pointing toward the ceiling. Again, This is all dependent upon where you can maintain your neutral spine. All right? So remember that berry under your lower back and keep that lower back in touch with that berry, but don't smush it. All right. Chin toe. We're going to inhale to prepare, bracing strongly through the trunk. We're going to exhale, curling up head, neck, and shoulders as one unit, sliding the fingertips forward. Lift the arms, preparing for single leg stretch. Let's inhale, exhale, extend one leg as you draw the other leg in toward your trunk. Outside hand to outside ankle, inside hand to inside knee. Inhale to bring both knees back to center. Exhale to switch. And again, inhale, staying as high up off that bra strap as you can. We exhale and switch. Now remember, this is called single leg stretch because I'm stretching one leg out away from me as I stretch the other leg in toward my trunk. Inhale, exhale. Inhale on the transition. Exhale on the single leg stretch. Inhale on the transition. Exhale on the single leg stretch. We have a couple more. Inhale and exhale, gazing lovingly over the knees. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Bring the knees together. Stay lifted if you can. Reach your hands long past your sides. Come well up off that bra strap, challenging those abdominal trunk flexors, and then relax back with control and draw your knees in toward your chest. From single leg stretch, we're going to go into our exclamation point and leg circle exercise for hip mobility, but also trunk stability. So let's extend one leg out long on the mat. If you want right here, draw the other leg in tightly toward your chest. You should feel an ample stretch through the front of the hip on your extended leg. Anchoring that bottom leg well down now, we'll go ahead and extend that top leg up to the best of our ability. Now, if your hamstrings are tight, you do not need to straighten that leg. You can keep that knee bent, that is fine. We're just going to try to keep that thigh parallel to, or perpendicular rather, to your hip. Arms stay down by the side. Here we go. Pretend your pencil, or your big toe rather, is a pencil. We're going to scribe some circles on your ceiling. We're going to begin crossing around to the midline of the body, ending up at 6 o'clock, bringing it back up and around to noon. And here's where that challenge is, right? I want to challenge that noon position, lifting that leg up, using these hip flexors, abdominal muscles, right? So extend and activate that lower leg, point your foot toward the ceiling. We're going to inhale through the inner circle, exhale for the outer portion of the circle. Let's begin. Inhale and exhale, 1. Inhale and exhale, 2. Try to keep that bottom leg still. Inhale, exhale, 3. Make your circle as big or as small as you can. With control, that's the main key, right? Inhale and exhale, 5. We switch directions now. Inhale and exhale, 1. Inhale, exhale, 2. Inhale, exhale, 3. Inhale, 180, exhale, 180. Inhale, 180, exhale, 180. That was 5. Hug that knee in. Those hip flexors are going to be very challenged, especially if you are really accentuating your noon point. All right, let's extend that leg long. Bend the other knee in toward the chest. Let's get some length out of that glute and hamstring first. And then let's go ahead and lengthen the hamstrings by extending at the knee to the best of your ability. Now remember, if you can't straighten your knee, that is fine. Again, we're going to challenge that noon position, anchoring that bottom leg. I'm going to pull that leg up toward my nose, anchoring my hands and shoulders. Here we go. Inhale, exhale, 1. Inhale, exhale, 2. Toward and across the midline of the body to the outside, 3. Inhale, 180, exhale, 184. Inhale, 180, exhale, 185. Switching directions now. Inhale, exhale, 1. Inhale, exhale, 2. Inhale, exhale, 3. Inhale, exhale, 4. And inhale, exhale, 5. Bring the legs to tabletop. Hug them both in. From here, we're going to come back to our tabletop position. Lengthening the arms, lengthen the neck, the shoulders, the abs, and draw the pelvic floor up. We're going to begin prep for scissors. Let's inhale. Exhale, curling up head, neck, and shoulders. Position your legs in a comfortable position for you, reaching the fingertips way past your legs, challenging that trunk flexion. From here, keeping the shoulders broad and square. Let's inhale, exhale, reach, reach. Inhale, transition, reach, reach. Inhale, scissor, 2. Inhale, exhale, 2. Inhale, exhale, 3. Inhale, exhale, 3. Inhale, exhale, try not to rock and roll through the trunk. Exhale, 4. Inhale, transition, 5. Inhale, transition, exhale, 6. And, oh, sorry, that's 5.5. This is 6. And 6. And 7. And 7. And 8. And 8. And 9. Stay high, embrace, 9. We get a little leverage lift here with our hands, 10 and 10. But we're careful to stay broad and open through the chest and neck. Reach past your fingers, reach the toes up. And go ahead and slowly lower, relax your neck, hug your legs in. We're going to place the feet on the floor. Arms come to a T, and let's do some little windshield wipers to release the lower back. So roll the knees and hips to side, and then to the other side. Let the hips relax, get loose, side to side. Got a couple more. Side to side. One more, side to side. Good, we're also going to release the neck. I want you to extend your arms long down beside your body. Pull your fingertips and press your fingertips into your mat. Relax your shoulders and arms completely now, but keep them really super long. From here, I want you to turn your head, look to one side. Don't strain now, and please try not to lift your chin. Just allow your neck to stretch. Feel that in the back of your neck. You can try and inch your fingertips down your mat to further stretch. A nice deep breath in now. Relax the arm. Bring the nose back so it's pointed toward your corner of your room here. We're going to inhale. We're going to stretch the opposite arm down. We're going to turn the head, just rotating at the neck. Again, if this causes any discomfort or pain, please do not push that range of motion or force it. You want just a little range of motion, neutral neck, etc., etc. Great. When you're ready, you can rock and roll yourself up to a seated position, guys. Great job, everyone. Thank you very much. And I hope you enjoyed tonight's Mat Pilates class, and I will see you next week.
Thank you, Fran.
You're welcome.
I certainly enjoyed it.
That's great. I'm so glad you
Have a good
did.
evening.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Good night, guys.